Hello, everyone. It's me, Madam Pamita, and I'm here with another excerpt from my book, The Book of Candle Magic. The Book of Candle Magic is brand new, came out just a couple months ago, and it's available everywhere where you buy books. You can buy it from the Parlor of Wonders, my shop, parlorofwonders.com. You get a signed copy there, but you can also order it from your local bookstore, your local magical supply store, your local spiritual store. They have it. And if they don't have it, you can ask them to order it for you. Or you can order it from the usual places, Barnes& and Noble, Llewellyn.com. Llewellyn put out this book. Or you can get it at Amazon and all the other places, all the other usual places. Well, today I'm going to read you a little section of the book that is called Planning Your Spell. And all I have to do is get to the part of the book. I wasn't really planning on this. I did a little I didn't plan on my section. There we go, planning your spell. So I'm going to read this to you, but I'm going to cheat. I'm actually going to read off the computer, so I'm not looking down the whole time. So here we go. This is chapter 5, planning your spell. So now that you've learned about some of the magical options available to you in the previous chapters, you have the option to decide what kind of candle best serves your purpose. When it comes down to it, you can use any candle, even a birthday candle, to do candle spell work. But spell work is an art, and like any art, if you use the right tools, it is much easier to create what it is that you envision. I have worked with thousands of candles over the years, and it is through this love of candle magic that I began making my own candles with loving intention. I wanted to work with tools that had real power and were designed to align with the magic I wished to do. I saw the difference in the power of my spells when they were done with a candle that was witch made versus a factory made candle off the shelf. When you start out with energetically charged tools, you give your work an amazing boost of power. But I have also been in a pinch where all that was available to me was a bargain basement tea light. While it might not have been had the loving energy of the handcrafted candle, I believe it is far better to do a spell with any tool than doing no spell at all. There are many things to consider before choosing a candle for your spell. What am I doing a spell for is just the start. Before starting a spell, I recommend sitting down with a piece of paper, your journal, or your grimoire, and mapping out your spell game plan. Spending some time to consider these questions and coming up with thoughtful choices will empower your spell before you even strike a match. These are some of the questions that you may want to consider when choosing a candle for your spell. The first one is required, but the rest are thought provoking possible directions that you can take your spell work, some of which will be elaborated on in the chapters to come later on in the book. You don't have to take all of these questions into consideration, but pondering these possibilities will help you design an amazing spell. First question: what is the objective of my spell? Would I like to do a simple spell where I can just light the candle and go? Or would I like to spend time and energy crafting a more complex candle spell that has subtlety and is totally customized to my situation? How much do I want to spend on my spell? Would I like to buy the very best materials for my spell or choose lower cost items to stay within a certain budget? Do I want to choose a specific color candle to support my spell work? Do I want a candle that is infused with oils and or herbs, or do I want a plain candle that I have the option of dressing with oils and herbs myself? Do I want a candle that is shaped symbolically to support my spell work? Do I want a candle with a fragrance, or do I want a fragrance-free candle? Do I want a candle that comes in a glass container, or do I want a freestanding candle that I put in a candle holder or affixed to a tray? Do I want to make my own candle? Work with a candle made by someone who has put magical intention into it? Or will one made by machines in a factory serve my needs? Would I like to purchase a spell kit that gives me step by step instructions and all the materials I need? Or do I want to source my spell materials myself? How much time do I have to do the spell? Is it something I need right this minute? Or do I have some time to start a spell on the perfect date, an hour, and work it over many days? Before you've dived into the chapters to come, these questions might seem overwhelming, but by the time you finish this book, they will seem empowering. There are no right and wrong answers to these questions. When you begin to become well versed in candle magic, however, thinking about your needs, constraints, and personal preferences before you start your candle spell is excellent magical preparation and will help you choose a candle and other tools that will bring the most alignment to your spell. Once you've determined what candle you want to use, you can begin thinking about the other elements you want to bring in: colors, numbers, herbs, and so on. So, how can you keep all these moving parts and pieces in mind when you're just starting out? Remember this: you don't have to incorporate all of the elements that we cover in this book into a single candle spell. Even experienced practitioners use just a handful of elements in their workings. Adding too much will drive you batty. So, there you have it. A section from my book, The Book of Candle Magic, about planning your spells. So if you're doing candle magic and you want to plan spells, this is a great book to get you started and to get you going. And if you want to do more complex work, maybe you've done candle spells, you'll learn all about it here. All right, my loves, thank you for letting me share this little bit of my book with you. I'll be back next week with some more exciting excerpts from my book to share with you. Thanks again. You can find me at parlorofwonders.com. All right, bye.